the entire 15% of the world trade takes place through this area, right? And 20 to 25% of India's exports go through this area, correct? So I'm just telling you about the Suez Canal. Se kya kya hota? Energy corridor of India, that is, as I said, ki our India's, when we are getting oil from there, 60 to 65% of your money is spent on oil, which is what comes through this corridor. As I said, Red Sea has been under attack by the Houthis, which is what we have written here. And if we have to avoid that, we would have had to take a long detour and go via Cape of Good Hope to Europe, that is down below, skirting around the African countries. So every trip will cost $1 million extra. So that is the amount of money which is involved in this. And of course, time which increases. And to avoid this all about, we have had to think of another corridor. Okay, next slide. Right, so if you see it is a pictorial description about India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. There are 3 segments to it. One is, of course, you are talking about from India to UAE, it will go by ship, then it will be rail and road transportation here, mostly rail as such, and then once it comes to Israel at Haifa port, from here it will again go by ship to Greece. All right, so these are the, and then of course to Europe. From there it will go to Germany and other countries. So these are the 3 segments of India, Middle East economic, Europe economic corridor. Now this, as I said, its proceeding was done somewhere at the time of G20 meet, and it was decided that all the countries which are taking part in it will meet within 6 months. Jaise wo khatam ho gaya tha, within 6 months the countries met. Now if you ask me what is the progress on this, we will tell you that. I will tell you that in a subsequent lecture. But what is happening there is ki whenever you are talking in terms of corridor, the building up or built up starts taking place at different segments, and finally it is connected. As of now, the rail route is almost complete. Rail route is almost complete. But साथ साथ उसके लगने वाली जो चीजें हैं, other things will also take time to it'll take time for us to build up. Okay, next slide. So as I said, it is in 3 segments: India to Europe via rail, then road and sea route. It is how long? It is. These are the things that you should note down. This is 4,800 kilometers long, connecting East Asia, Persian Gulf and Europe. Route is divided in 2 parts, Eastern Corridor and Northern Corridor. Eastern Corridor is referring to India and Gulf countries, and the Northern Corridor talks of Gulf to Europe. All right. Now, what are we going to do in this corridor? Sabse pehle, you should know that electric and hydrogen pipelines and high-speed internet would be made available here. So, now as I said, seeding was done in the G20 summit. IMEC announced it in September 23. It was announced during that meeting. Which are the countries taking part in it? You should know these countries. There are 8 countries. Which are these countries? Flag lage hue niche. India, USA, UAE, Saudi Arab, Italy, France, Germany, along with European leaders. And all these countries, when you're talking about, they constitute the 40% of the world population. All these 8 countries, they constitute the 40% of the world population and 50% of the economy of the world. So India being a developing economy, this corridor is going to be very, very important for us because of trade activity. We want to increase our exports.